Americans saw a dramatic increase in robocalls from scammers this year, despite regulators' efforts to crack down on the problem. The Federal Trade Commission says the Social Security Administration is the #1 government agency targeted by scam artists. In the first half of this year, people filed nearly 73,000 reports of Social Security imposters, reporting losses of $17 million. Consumer investigative correspondent Anna Werner is here with us now with more on this. Anna, good morning. First of all, hope you had a good holiday.
I did, thank you.
This has not been good for people. We were just talking about it. We all get these calls. Why are we seeing these Social Security calls now, and why so many?
You know, if we could ask the scammers, we could ask them, why are you using Social Security scam? And we don't really know for sure, but my guess is because it works. They try to scare you, frighten you. They say the police are coming to your house. They say you need to give us your Social Security number. It's been compromised. So they're either after your personal information, which you don't want to give them, or your money. And
you don't want to give them that either.
Yeah, I guess they're finding out that it works. But this is something to know, that nobody from the Social Security Administration is going to call you.
So what should you do when you receive one of these calls? Because you hear time and time again people thinking they said certain things, that they knew who my cousin was, or
Right. Look, the U.S. Marshal Service is one of the entities that is getting, spoofed and faked now, right? And they're saying to people, look, if we need to talk to you, we're going to come to your house with a badge.
Right.
And we're going to say hi in person and say, we're going to show you our identification, right? They're not going to call you up. In fact, the U.S. Marshal Service made the point. They said, we are not going to give you warning that we're coming. So what do? Hang up, okay? Block the number. And then you can report it to the government if you want to help them sort of figure out the trends. It may not do that much for you personally, but you should call the FTC, the FCC. You can report to the FBI if they're imitating the U.S. Marshals. We've got the links on our website where you can go to report these things. But in general, a lot of it, I think, us are playing avoid the phone call these days. I do too.
Yeah.
It definitely feels as if the FCC is saying, look, to the American people, you've got to be on the lookout for this, and that is certainly true. But I think people would say, well, is the FCC doing enough to protect me?
That has been a question going for several years now, right? I feel like we keep coming back to this at least twice a year and saying, well, what's happening? What are they doing? The phone companies, with the encouragement of the FCC, are putting into place something they call shake and stir, which is a standard. And basically, it's supposed to go after some of this and the spoofing, where they make calls look like they're coming from your mom or your neighbor or your next door neighbor. But they're working on it. But you know what? It's really not solved yet. So unfortunately, in the meantime, it's up to you, the consumer, to watch out. And what really is angering is the people that they go after who think that the police are really coming after them.
Right.
Your mom, your grandmother, your elderly friend, and not just old people, but some young people who get scared.
Right.
They want to panic you. Don't panic when they call. Hang up the phone is really the best advice. The Social Security Administration is not going to call you. If they say it's about Social Security, just hang up.
Does that national do not call registry work? Because it seems like since that's been out there, it hasn't done anything.
So that works for the legitimate telemarketers, the real businesses. Guess what? The scammers don't care.
Right.
It's what they're doing is illegal anyway. They don't care. Yeah.
I say you talk back to them too. Tell them you're with the FBI.
A blowhorn
I happen to be an FBI agent.
I want to eavesdrop on that, Tarika. Yeah, I want a tape recording.
Siren in the ear could work too. I don't know.
Anna Werner, thank you so much.